Hello everybody, I'm Random Bystander here, and I'm a random bystander who's here to talk to you about Animal Crossing. Yes, we're so excited for New Horizons. It's gonna be absolutely amazing and incredible. But I can't wait for New Horizons. I can't wait till 2020. I need to play some Animal Crossing right now. So today, we're gonna be looking at an Animal Crossing game that I've never played before, and we're gonna be looking at it right now. On to the review. No! Ah!
Animal Crossing on the GameCube was a game I would play religiously as a kid. I would spend hours in my village town, interacting with my favorite villagers, and discovering the debt of Tom Nook, and all the memories associated with the marvelous game. And then there's New Leaf, a game that changed everything you knew about Animal Crossing, where you became the mayor of the town, you made ordinances to improve the town, you caught a bunch of bugs that were ridiculously valued in order to pay off your debt, and I can't say how much I love this game more than any other 3DS title. And then there's Wild World. I wish I played that more, but today we are not talking about those games. Today we talk about Animal Crossing City Folk, a game that I never got a chance to play when it first came out. I skipped out on the game despite the Wii being a huge console I enjoyed in my early teens, yet I always wanted to give this game a shot. Does Animal Crossing City Folk hold up, even after playing New Leaf? Let's ride the train with Rover and find out. Actually, you don't ride a train like GameCube or New Leaf, you take a bus, and the curious cat asks you the usual questions. Your name, whether you're a boy or a girl, and of course, the name of your town. I struggle with this question immensely. I never know what to name my future home. In the end, I decided to go with something simple. Welcome to Town Town, where you're given the Town Town map, which shows the Town Town Hall, Tom Nook's Town Town Shop, and the Town Town Tailor. Visit Town Town today. Once we arrive to Town Town, we are supposed to head to a town hall, and oh god, these motion controls. You have to point the Wiimote in order to move, and then move the Wiimote so that your character follows it. I was super frustrated using these motion controls. It felt clunky and awkward pointing my screen to move, and it might have been the TV I was using, but it would constantly stop reading my Wiimote if I pointed it too far away from the screen. I am so happy that I was able to use the nunchuck. If it weren't for that, I probably would have put the game down early and played some Bloodstained or Smash Bros. However, I like how easy it looks to move around. It beats the jarring movements from the GameCube, and it's nice to see the camera follow you around. Although it was introduced in Wild World. We head on over to the Town Hall, meet Pelly, and see Tortimer sleeping in the corner. Just one more game and I'll be the one sitting in that mayor's chair. And then we start house hunting. Ooh, this looks like a decent spot. I wonder how it looks inside. I miss the tent. Oh, we can spruce up this place when we get some more furniture. This house should be fine and... Oh god! Hi, Tom Nook! Ready to put me in debt as always. He talks to you about buying a house, an offer you literally can't refuse. He lets you know how important it is to pay your debts, but also to sleep every time before you quit your game, in order to save your progress. Thanks, Mr. Nook, but I already have Persona 5 constantly telling me how to go to bed at inconvenient times. Like any Animal Crossing game, he sells the house and you have to pay your debt. And you have to work part-time with him. But before you have to perform his dirty deeds, you have to meet the villagers and introduce yourself to the mayor. Just like Wild World and GameCube. My favorite thing about Animal Crossing is all the villagers that you would get in your town. They each are quirky and have all sorts of great personalities, and City Folk is no exception. We had a bunch of great villagers this time. Kiki the cat, Pierce the hawk, Friga, who hides behind furniture whenever I enter her house. I'm serious, she just cowers behind appliances like I'm an axe murderer intruding her home. Vladimir the Russian bear, Chrissy who has a rainbow shirt I adore, yay Pride Month, and Biscuit, my next door neighbor who has no pupils. I was wondering where Biscuit went after he moved away from Chuckaconroy's town. Alright, time to get to work. I can't slack off. Nook is always watching. After delivering furniture to Chrissy, we are tasked with writing a letter to Vladimir, and oh god, no more motion controls, why? There's no nunchuck that can help you now. You have to use the Wiimote and point and click each individual letter, and it is so time-consuming, and I hate it. They use the same point and click system from Wild World, but that works because you can use a stylus, and it's easier than these forced motion controls. Why does it have to take so long? It takes even longer if you make a mistake. As when you mess up, you have to move the icon all the way to the backspace button, then move it all the way back to the letter, and pray to God you don't hit the wrong letter again. And why is this so tedious? Holy Dear Vladimir, hello, thank you for shopping with Tom Nook. I am forced to work here against my will to pay my debt. Please buy his sale so I can be free. Please. He's watching. Come on, Vlad, get me out of this mess. Nothing happened, Tom Nook. I'm just, excuse me? I took a long amount of time. I'm sorry. You weren't the one writing letters with awkward motion controls. You know what? I'm glad they picked Isabel over you for Smash Bros. Yeah, I said it. I deliver a carpet to Ferga as she continues to hide in fear. Maybe she's hiding from Biscuit. And she gives me a new carpet. The game really encourages you to interact with villagers and do favors for them, as they reward you with clothes and furniture, which can be used to decorate your house. It's engaging, of course, but it's been done in Wild World and GameCube. Notice a pattern yet? Delivered a carpet, what's next? Deliver a watering can to Vladimir! Vlad, here's your watering can. You gotta help me. Yes, I was the one who sent you the letter. I read the letter and showed it to everyone in town. You did what? Folks love to get together and share whatever wacky letters they've gotten in the mail. He knows. As I regretfully head back to Tom Nook, he gives me the ultimate punishment for disobeying him. More forced motion controls, you fiend! Alright, let's get this over with. Something snazzy that all the young kids will like. Perfect! Nook will be rich in no time. But he seems to be happy and I no longer have to work for him anymore. I'm free! I mean, I still have to pay 1,800 bells, but I'm free! I haven't felt this giddy since my 6-month grace period started for my student loans. From then on, it's just normal Animal Crossing. You catch bugs, fish, talk to villagers, shovel, shop for items at Nooks, shop for the tailor like any Animal Crossing game, but you can water plants now. Oh wait, that was introduced in Wild World. But you can travel to other towns with Wi-Fi, which you can do in Wild World too. And Wii Internet is dead. But now, instead of mailing fossils out, you can now have them checked out by Blathers himself. Oh wait, I forgot. Wild World. This feels like they just took Wild World, put it on a console, and gave it poor motion controls. The game is fine, it's still a good game, and it has the same Animal Crossing charm we all know and love, but it brings nothing new to the table, and if you played Animal Crossing games, you've played City Folk. Again, it's a decent game, but it kind of bored me at points, especially after playing New Leaf. However, there is one thing different the game had going for it. A whole city you can head off to, where you can see all sorts of animals, and get to visit all sorts of different stores, locations, and do all sorts of things you could never do in your original town. And it's boring! I don't like the city in this game. You can run into and talk to new villagers. Heck, I ran into more characters from Chicka Conroy's town. But other than a sentence or two, they don't really have much to say. It would be cool if you could get them to move into your town, like an opportunity to try once a day. But nope, they're just there. The locations aren't too new, as you have the Comedy Club, Happy Home Academy, the Auction House, Katrina's Fortune Teller, Crazy Reds, the Skunk Shoes Shine Place, and Gracie's. Instead of having characters like these from your town on random days, they are all here for you to access each and every day. While some people may be happy with this, I feel it takes some of the joy that was eagerly wondering who would visit your town on the game. I always loved when these characters visited me surprisingly, and it kind of ruins the fun to have access to most of them. Not only that, but a lot of these characters are either introduced in Wild World or perfected in New Leaf, making them not stick out as much in City Folk. Well, while I'm here, I might as well look at the bright side. This was the first time Phineas was introduced. Sure, in New Leaf, he gave you badges that were achievements, and it was fun to see him at random times, but this game, he gives you balloons and bubble wands. Wee. And also with Shampoodle. This was the first time you could have your character be a me. That sounds awesome. Let's do it. Oh! On second thought, I'm done. That's awful. Get it out of my face. Get out of my face. Now I really know what Ferga was hiding from after all this time. Overall, out of all the Animal Crossing games I've played in the main series, this is probably the most disappointing. It is still a good game, and you may love the game, especially if it was your first game in the franchise. But in my opinion, sequels for games improve from the original, and change things up so players can experience something new. City Folk played it way too safe, and honestly, the many recycled elements of the game came across as lazy to me. New Leaf took so many risks, and that is why it stood out, as the amount of positive changes shook things up and gave us something new to enjoy. This was just Wild World on the Wii, and I wish they did more to make it different. Plus, the awkward motion controls made it even harder to enjoy. There's still great things about it. The writing is charming, the villagers have great designs, but I still find it bland and forgettable. I really wanted to like this game, and I can understand why people may find this game so near and dear to them, but it's just not for me. Do you agree with my feelings for City Folk, or do you think what I'm saying is worse than the joke by Dr. Shrunk? Let me know in the comments below. Well, I'll give the game one more day and see what happens. Good thing Nook doesn't know I won't be playing this game after this review, and I won't pay him back. Well, off to bed. No!
Hey everybody, I'm Random Bystander here, and I'm a Random Bystander who's here to thank you for helping me reach 100 subscribers. This is a huge milestone. I did not expect to reach this early in the game, but I'm so thankful, so thankful that you were able to make this happen. Thank you all who supported, thank you all who liked, commented, subscribed. You all mean so much to me, and I can't thank you enough. It's amazing that we've already made this far. I mean, come on, we might be able to make it to 200, 300, 500, heck, even 1,000 subscribers one day. Gosh, 1,000. Wonder what I could do to celebrate that.